Okay, welcome back to my attempt at solving the New Yorker cryptic crossword. This is the puzzle for today, Sunday, September 11th, 2022. This is a puzzle by Joshua Kosman and Henri Picciotto. I hope I'm saying those names correctly. The bios below the puzzle read, Joshua Kosman is the classical music critic for the San Francisco Chronicle. He is a co-constructor with Henri Picciotto for out-of-left-field cryptic crosswords. The other bio reads, Henri Picciotto is a math educator. He is a co-constructor with Joshua Kosman for out-of-left-field cryptic crosswords. So clearly two constructors who are very into this kind of thing. So I don't think I recognize their names, but I'm excited to jump in and get started. So let's do exactly that. Okay, first clue, one across. Joke about new ring. Joke about new ring. Okay. Well, some things that are coming to mind here. New is a nice way to suggest that we're going to make a new word, aka an anagram. But a ring is also possibly reduced to just an O. So do we take the letter O somewhere? Joke about could be RE, similar to the puzzle we did last week. RE as in like regarding. So the letters that we have here possibly are RE and O. And I don't see anything here, so I'm inclined to suggest that this is probably the wrong track. Joke, a four-letter word for joke. Joke could be like to kid, could be to, let me think here. Joke. Yeah, I'm not sure. About also sometimes means container, so we might have like a smaller word for joke, sort of about another word, sort of in and around it, about it. Not sure yet. This is actually pretty tricky. So let's come back to this. One down. One who's blamed, or one who's worshipped. One who's worshipped is probably idol, a four-letter word for one who's worshipped, idol. But why does that make sense with the other half of the clue? One who's blamed. One could be reduced to the letter I, as in the Roman numeral for one. One who's blamed. I feels good with one and also with this possible worshipped idol. I don't know. But either way, I think this is not clear enough yet, so let's move on. Forbid cutting of diamond ring. Damn. Again, very tricky. Forbid. Forbid might be ban. The cutting of diamond ring. A ring also, again, like might be an O, but where do we get diamond? What diamond ring? What is that? Of. I think we're going to take letters here from something. What could diamond be shorter as? I think we're looking for A four-letter word for forbid. Yeah, again, tough, really tough. Okay, let's move on here. Another ring. Okay, there's clearly a theme here. Choral works, singer, wearing rings near Brazilian city. So we're gonna have to take a Brazilian city, and that is probably Rio, as in Rio de Janeiro. And I think we're looking for um, a choral work, which might be something like, I don't know, like a libretto or something. Uh, does that even fit? It does, but I don't think that's right. I'm not even sure I know what that word means. But I think that's what is going to be happening. I think we're going to take like a singer wearing rings. So I think it might be something like this. Like singer might be like alto, and then rings might be like OS, because it's O but plural, so it's O's. And then near Brazilian city might end in REO, but already this doesn't fit. So let's work backwards. Let's put REO here, and then OS for rings, wearing rings. That doesn't really spell anything for me, so I'm inclined to delete these letters, but I think something along those lines is going to be what we're doing here. Okay. A pleasant seaside resort. Four-letter word for pleasant might be nice. Nice is Nice, seaside resort. Nice is in France. I think that looks good. And this is starting to look more and more like it's going to end in RIO. So this might be an O. Does this help us with this diamond ring? Forbid, ban. Oh, maybe it is banned. Forbid is ban, and then cutting of diamond might be the D. So I think a band is a four-letter word for ring. So ban, let me put this back in. Ban for forbid, and then we cut the D of diamond for band. Okay. Disguised as Lord of the Back. I have no idea what that means. Disguised as Lord of the Back. Lord of the Back. I see a D here. It makes me kind of think it might be backwards. I also see 6 letters here as Lord. And disguised might be a telltale sign that we are going to anagram it. So let's, and we also think that this might be an O for Rio. So let's try this. Let's try and anagram this. I don't think we're on the wrong track. I think we're on the right track here. What other letters do we have? We have an R, we have an L, we have an A and an S. Kind of looks like dorsal, which is a fin on the back of something. Dorsal fin. Okay, that feels good. Brazilian city. I think it's Rio. I think we can safely put an R in here. Excuse me. But again, not sure what the first half of this is. Another ring. Person stepping into the ring is unknown quantity, wearing ragged robe. Okay. A person stepping into the ring. I think that's what we're going to be solving for. And that might be boxer. Wrestler is too long. We have a B. Unknown quantity. That makes me think it might be like X, like a variable, there's an X in Boxer. And if ragged robe means an anagram of robe, ragged, R-O-B-E plus X does spell Boxer. I think Boxer is looking good. I hope this made sense. We have an unknown quantity, which is X, and that unknown quantity is wearing, quote unquote, a ragged robe. Robe is spelled R-O-B-E. Around the X for a person stepping into the ring. That feels good. I think we can safely move on. Loud pants? Question mark. They're handed down from our parents. Ooh. Okay. Well, loud is going to imply it's spoken. And what are handed down from our parents? Genetics, genes. If you say the word jeans out loud, that is a nice word for pants. But it's not spelled as in the denim. It's not spelled J-E-A-N-S. It's spelled G-E-N-E-S. So I think jeans is looking good. Jeans, if you say aloud. Handed down from our parents. Nice. Okay. This is going well. We have an L here. I think this L is a nice way to continue on. Dirt rings start to produce damage. Dirt rings start to produce damage. Where do we get this L? There's no L in this clue. Rings, again, makes me think OS. The start of 2 is T. Produce damage. So I think we're looking for a 5-letter word for produce damage. Oh, it might be produce. The start to produce or produce is a P, so maybe P is here. Dirt rings. What are dirt rings? Maybe it means that a word for dirt is sort of ringing around the start to produce. For example, if dirt is soil, the start of 2 might be T. Like, oops, excuse me. Stoil? Dirt rings start 2, so maybe it's like that? No? Where's this T going? No. Stoil? Is that a word? Oh, the start. Oh, okay. So, yes. Okay. I'm using the wrong starting letter. It is P, because if we have soil and a P, that spells spoil. Okay, and a 5-letter word for damage is, I guess, spoil. Yeah, that feels good. Spoil. So, hoping that made sense. Dirt is soil, and then the start to the word produce is a P. The dirt is sort of around it. It's like rings around it. This word rings. It's very clever because it's both a verb, it's both an indicator, and it's also just the letter O. So this is a tricky puzzle for that reason, but it's going okay so far. So spoils feels good. Sexy guys beginning to trust in beer. Sexy guys. Sexy guys makes me think like studs. And the beginning to trust in beer. Suds. Beer is suds, and the beginning to trust is a T. So right off the bat, yeah, sometimes you don't need to go any further than the first couple words. A 5-letter word for sexy guys, studs. But another way to read that is the beginning to trust is in beer, suds. Nice. That was fun. Brings home New York franchise. Taking a sip here. Brings home New York franchise. Okay, what are my New York teams? We have the Yankees, no. We have the Nets. Brings home, as in like how much you net in a year. Yeah, that feels good. Profit gobbles down ritual meal. Profit gobbles down ritual meal. When you see a word like down, sometimes that might tell you to look at the clue direction. So if this was a down clue, it's not, it's an across clue. But if it was a down clue, that might be telling us something directionally, but I don't think that's what's happening here. In this case, you might want to take the word down and substitute it for the letter D. If it was up, that might be U. If it was left or right, that might be L or R. But in this case, I think it is a 4-letter word for profit, because we need 5 letters here. 4-letter word for profit eats the letter D, and that's going to make a ritual meal. So I think a 4-letter word for profit might be seer. And yes, the letter D for Seder. That is a 5-letter word for ritual meal. Nice, okay. Okay. Sat on container, one with rings surrounding it. Okay, so this is very literal. Sat on container. Well, we have an S. So, and actually back to this idea that we're looking at things directionally. This is a directional clue, in fact, because this word on, because it's an up-down clue, this word sat is going to be on top of a 3-letter word for container. And I think that just looks like urn, which spells Saturn, which is one with rings surrounding it. Sat on container. These 3 letters are sitting on these 3 letters. Fun. Excessively tasteless case for trumpets. Excessively tasteless case for trumpets. Excessively tasteless case for trumpets. I have no idea what this could possibly be asking us for. Excessively tasteless. What does that mean? Don't know. I don't know how to read this. I don't know what a case for trumpet is. Let's keep going. Come back to that one because I don't get it. Musical instrument heard in Hoboken. We've actually seen this answer in a previous puzzle, in fact, a previous video. I think this was the first video that I did. Heard in Hoboken. Just say the word Hoboken, and we're actually getting the musical instrument. Remember, the word heard is the key word here, because we're hearing it. Hoboken. I think we can safely put this in as hobo. Or sorry, oboe. Case for trumpets. Toots? I have no idea. Toots. Rotate around a misbehaving kid and dead animals. Well, that's upsetting. We don't like to see that. 8-letter word for dead animals. That's probably roadkill. A misbehaving kid. Sounds like an anagram. Okay, roadkill. We have a misbehaving kid, and rotate around. Again, this word around suggests a container. A 4-letter word for rotate is roll. We have the letters A and KID, and that spells the unfortunate word roadkill. Okay. Not my favorite clue, but that's fine. You can ring it, Disney princess said. Okay, well, what can you ring? You can ring bells. And when you say the word bell, I immediately think of the Disney princess named Belle. I think that's as simple as that. Finally ring a train for Scottish Highlander. Finally ring a train for Scottish Highlander. I think what we're going to be doing is finding a 4-letter word that means Scottish Highlander. That might be a person, in which case I'm probably in trouble because I don't know what that might mean. Finally ring for Scottish Highlander. We have an L from Bell. And I see an L in finally and in Highlander. I don't think that's helping us. If you are taking the final letters of things, you have G, you have A, and you have N. That doesn't spell anything. That's garbage. Ring again might be an O. And a train for a Scottish Highlander. This might be something to come back to with some extra letters. Formerly held in prison cell. Okay, well, held and formerly held in prison cell. Held. It's contextual. You are, if you are in a hold, that's also a prison cell. I think this is a really nice clue. Held is telling us that the word is going to be contained. And if you just look at the words prison cell, you have ONCE. That spells once, which is a nice 4-letter word for formerly. Another puzzle we did, I think last week, also had the word once. So, and oboe. So there's some repeats here. Different way to clue things, obviously, but yeah, some repeats with oboe and once. Ring cleric after some changes. Okay. Well, cleric after some changes. That's 6 letters. And we're looking for a 6-letter word for ring. So let's change cleric. We have the C, L, and the I. So we need another C. We have an R, and we have an E. And no need to anagram. That was lucky. That spells circle. That is as a ring. So cleric after some changes becomes ring. Nice. This is a nice long one. Let's go here. In small luxury hotel, answer for difficulty sleeping. Okay, well, difficulty sleeping, 8 letters. I think that's pretty clearly insomnia. We have in right here. In small is S. If it was medium, it would be M. If it was large, it would be L. So I think in small, luxury hotel. I see. There's a chain of luxury hotels called Omni. In small, luxury hotel, answer is A. I think question would be Q. This looks like Gale. Finally ring a train for a Scottish Highlander. So I think we were on the right track with finally ring. The last letter of ring is a G. And then we have the letter A. And then we have a train, which is the EL. I think that is a train in Chicago. This spells Gale. I think that feels good. That is a Scottish Highlander. That also feels good. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's move on. This choral work is still not clear to me. I'm not sure what this word is. Singer wearing rings near Brazilian city. We have the ring. Might be 2 O's. Singer. Yeah, okay. Okay, crown came with a twist. Not sure what to do here. We do have 4 letters. We do have a 4-letter clue. So came with a twist. Let's twist up the word came. We have the letters here. I think that just spells acme, which is the crown of a point. The highest point is its crown. Okay. Pretty simple, but don't get too sure of yourself with these things. I think this looks good. Let's just look at it one more time. Acme is a twist on the word came. That is for crown. I think that feels good. Okay. Fictional spy. Ring. In part supported by that woman. Fictional spy ring. In part supported by that woman. Okay. That woman is probably her. And we're supporting another word or another part of a word with HER. I think this is probably HER. Spy ring in part. Or maybe we're getting fictional spy. I'm not up on my fictional spies. Ring is an O, so this might be an O. Ring in part. So an in ring might be in a part. Rocher? Where are we getting the letters for part? Yeah, I don't read a ton of detective fiction, so this might be like a very popular spy or detective in some book series that I just don't know. But let's delete this for now. But I think HER does feel good. Let's leave it out for now because I don't think it's helping us anywhere. Try to impress someone sharp, or demand holdings in return. 4-4. So this is one word, hyphenated. Try to impress someone sharp. Try to impress someone sharp. Demand holdings in return. In return makes me think it's backwards. Something is backwards. Demand holdings. Excuse me. Okay. Try to impress someone sharp. What ends? What starts with D? I don't know. This is getting tricky. The last few clues have stumped me so far. One who's blamed, or one who's worshipped. Well, now this looks like it's not idol. Maybe it's goat. The scapegoat is blamed, but then the greatest of all time, GOAT. That's tricky. Joke about new ring. Maybe this is grin, an anagram of ring. I like that. I like that. I like grin. It's the simplest way to read that clue. Ring is new. If we make ring new, it spells grin. That kind of feels like to joke about. I like that. Oh man. Choral work. Singer wearing rings. Oh, I see. So we do have the rings. We have the O and the O. So we need a 3-letter word for singer, and that will give us our choral work. What kind of singer is 3 letters? Nope, not coming to me. Ring in part. Fictional spy ring. Choral work. It's wearing the ring, so it's got the O and the O. Those are our rings. What is this again? Try to impress someone sharp? What word starts with I and has an M in the 3rd letter? Fictional spy ring. I mean, it does look like her. Maybe ring is just the part of the ring. But then the C, where does the C come from? That would spell richer. Reshare. And I don't think an I would make sense here. I think this is just oratorio. That would make grin wrong. Oratorio feels the closest we've come. But why is a singer a rat? Oh, someone who rats is like they've sung. I see. Okay. Yeah. Great. Okay, well this is making way more sense now. So a singer is a rat, someone who sings you out. Um, wearing rings, we have the O and the O. Near Brazilian city is Rio. That feels the closest it's come to being correct. Now we have one across, a new shot at doing this. So grin is not the correct answer. Try to impress someone sharp or demand holdings in return. This looks like name drop. Drop. Does that make any sense? Fictional spy is Archer. A ring in part is an arc. I like that. That woman is her. A ring in part is an arc. And that is a fictional spy. There's a cartoon named Archer. Tricky, but I think this is correct. Let's just look at this one more time. Name drop. Why does that make sense? Okay, demand holdings. It looks like I see demand right there. But where does the RO? Oh, I see. Look. If you actually spell this backwards, NAMEDROP. Wow. Name drop is right there in the clue. Holdings. I should have just looked right at that and known that it was a container because this is in return. It's backwards. I was just so close. It's right there. Name drop. Great. Now we have two letters. Okay. Joke about new ring. I think it's a gang. Like a crime ring is a gang. And a joke could be a gag. So, joke, gag, about new. This is interesting. I think this might be the first time I've seen the word new boiled down to just the letter N. Either way, let's put that in. Excessively tasteless case for trumpets. I want to say it's toots. Excessively tasteless might be toothless. So it's either tooth or toots. Toothless. Case for trumpets. A 5-letter. If I just cover, if I don't even look at these words, trumpets, 5-letter word for trumpets, toots. That makes sense, but excessively tasteless case. Okay, well, I have a 50-50 shot of being correct here. It's not coming to me as to why this is toots, but that is the right tense with trumpets. It's funny, if this is right, I said that when I first saw this clue, but I don't understand why. Okay, gonna click it in. Congratulations, you completed the puzzle in 39 minutes, 41 seconds. I will have to look that up as to why that was right. If I'm gonna die, I want it to be while doing something I love, and it's a person with a crossword and a puzzle. I do love crosswords, do love cryptic crosswords. This was a fun one. A lot of rings. Lot of rings. Let's see what the hell this tooth meant. Oh, okay, okay. Excessively, that's just two. It's too much. TOO. The case of tasteless is T and S. I was not even on that wavelength. So nice. Excessively tasteless case for trumpets, toots. Nice. This was fun. This was fun. Love the rings jokes. Gang, band, circle, and Saturn. I'm probably missing one. Oh yeah, boxer. Person stepping into the ring. So I really like when a puzzle, really explores all of the many ways a word could look or sound or mean something. So really nicely done to the constructors on this one, because it was definitely tricky, and there was a lot of really cool ways that they played on that theme. But yeah, that's it for me. 39 minutes, better than last week. I'm still feeling a little brain foggy from being under the weather, but obviously we're improving. So 39 minutes, 41 seconds, not bad. That's it from me. We'll see you next week. Looking forward to it.